All right, we're live. What's up, guys? This is very close to my heart. This is a powerful concept that has honestly transformed my health, my life. What's happening, Janet? Thank you for coming on. This is super powerful. I was dealing with, and this is mainly for parents, entrepreneurs, business owners, and people that are just struggling in pain with their health, juggling too many things. So I was hitting a breaking point of doing way too much in a day, focusing so much on checklists. Anyone else guilty of that? Getting in the habit of just checking. That is not a way to live. It is not a way to live. So, what I want to share with you is something else you can do instead of checking off to give yourself more fulfillment, to help your health, help your family, help your life. And a lot of this concept is coming from this book, The One Thing by Gary Keller, sent to me by my business coach, Yuri. Thank you, Yuri. But doing this on a daily basis, like literally just going from one thing to the next, and instead of trying to check off 5, 10, 15, 20 things in a day, just do one, two, three things in a day, and you're going to do them a lot deeper. You're going to get into it a way more. So say like with your health, instead of trying to do so many habits at once, like, okay, I'm going to work out today, I'm going to eat well, I'm going to sleep, drink, just do this, do that. Just trying to do so much, especially if you're trying to build it. Just build one at a time. One at a time. Lock it in for 66 days. After the 66 days, do a reassessment. Is this where I need it, or do I need to continue to focus on this, or do I need to implement another habit? So that is so crucial for your health, for pain relief. And then when you're looking at in the business, let's take business, family, work, when you're juggling so many things, maybe it's just one thing in each bucket that you should focus on. So business, maybe just work on deep work. Deep work, I'm going to work on my writing. So that's your one thing for that, and get deep into that. Deep. Say no to everything else. Put it all to the side. No. So that's the business. Family, you just do one thing. Maybe one way to connect with your spouse. You guys just connect over a book, 10, 15 minutes. And what's happening, Anna? So you just connect with your spouse, and maybe you're reading a book together, and you dive into that book together, 10 to 15 minutes. That's the one thing. Get deep into it instead of just checking it off. Like, okay, I'm gonna read a little bit, and then we're gonna do this and that, and you're just all over the place. So getting really intentional in that book with your spouse, that's gonna deepen the relationship. And two, you'll be able to actively listen to them. I think a lot of us, especially the people that are closest to us, we take them for granted. I'm guilty of this. Moving so fast, and instead of connecting with them. So I'll take my example. Instead of connecting to Marnell first, I'm just telling her what's on my mind, or I'm trying to correct. So connect before you correct or have a request, right? So get into that connection, like listen to them. A lot of it just listening and asking questions. Because a lot of us, we go throughout our day, and no one's really listening to us. Maybe we're talking, maybe we're task. But it's when we really get deep into that connection, that's when the magic happens. So that's an example for family. And then for health, like we were saying, building the habits, maybe just focus on, since you're on here, Anna, I'll talk to you. Maybe just focus on nutrition. And nutrition's obviously a big box. So one thing in this nutrition box. Okay. There's a lot of things I need to work on here. Meal prep. I need to shop differently at the grocery store. I need to increase my protein. I need to eat more vegetables, whatever it is. Just do one thing, just one thing, and master it. Because otherwise, if we're trying to do too much, it's one, not sustainable, and then two, it we're not going to really feel good about it because we're maybe we want to try to do five things, but we're only doing three. So our mind is automatically going to think about the lack of the two. So we're not going to really enjoy the changes we're making. So this concept of one thing just changed my life. My wife even got into this book. It's changed her. It's changed the family, and it's something you just ask throughout the day. So a lot of us that are busy, we just go from one thing to the next. Like it's like, okay, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna go over here and help with my do some of the family, and then just like it's like bouncing. But we don't take any time or space to really think. Is that the most important thing of my time at this moment? So it's like pausing after we complete something to check in again. What's the one thing that's most important? So everything else becomes easier, or it's just not important. So what's the one thing to focus on? So we just need to keep asking ourselves that. Like you plan ahead the day before, plan your like top thing, or at least like your top one, two, three things. So then you have a plan, and then throughout the day, so many things are going to happen. So you have to keep asking that question: What's the one thing? What's the one thing? Because we can go down we can go down a rabbit hole so quickly. So we have to just keep asking that question. So that's my challenge for you guys. What's the one thing that's most important in this moment? So everything else is unnecessary or just not important. And usually that one thing is something we can get deep in, something we can get into a flow, whether it's working out, whether it's working on writing, whether it's connecting with a loved one. So like what's that one thing that we can get really deep on? So that's the action I want you to take. Just keep asking that question. And then something else that'll help you just to end the days well, write three things, three wins of the day. So much happens in one day, right? We're go, go, go. Write down three wins and reflect on them, feel those wins. Now that'll help you to just whatever happens in the day, end on a positive note. It'll help your sleep. It'll help the next day. And especially if you're going through a funk, doing those three wins at the end of the day will just help recenter you. So that's my challenge. Do the three wins, and then just keep asking yourself what's the one thing that's most important. So thank you for coming on, Anna. Thank you for the love. Share this with friends, family that need this, and rock on, guys. What's the one? So right now, what's the one thing that's most important for you to do? That's my question for you.